East Georgia and the Lowcountry. This is WJCL 22 Morning News. See us now.
Breaking right now on WJCL 22 Morning News, a deadly plane crash in Statesboro. The new images from the crash and what we've learned overnight.
We do know for sure that there was at least one person that was shooting, and he is not in custody, and we don't know where he's at.
Also breaking right now, a mall shooting suspect manhunt. At least one person is hurt. Authorities share what they know so far about the gunman. A man fighting for his life after an attempted robbery inside a Dollar General in Georgia. The way an employee's attempt to stop a thief is now sparking a legal battle for the store. And deciding the fate of a former officer behind a deadly traffic stop shooting. The latest on a case that sparked statewide protests ahead of opening statements set to start later this morning. It is right now 6 o'clock on your Wednesday morning, and we are looking live from our Skyview 22 on top of the Homewood Suites on the river. We want to thank you so much for waking up with us right here on WJCL 22. I'm Emma Hamilton here with our meteorologist, Jonathan Myers. Jonathan, lots of rain on the way today, but much needed because the last time we got rain, I got dumped on at the Rock and Roll Marathon.
Yeah, I know. It's been a month ago now since we've seen
I think we had enough water that day.
Yeah, we sure did. And it's looking like, Emma, for today, umbrella definitely needed is headed out the door for school and work this morning. And not a whole lot of rain this morning. Some wet roadways and parts of the low country as we start the day off. Just a few showers this morning up until about the mid-morning. The best chance of rain will come late morning for inland areas and then closer to the coast near lunchtime. Temperatures are slowly warming up as warm air is moving in. Upper 50s, low 60s as we start the day. You can see here on live radar where most of us are dry this morning, and except up into the low country, northern parts of Beaufort County into extreme eastern now Jasper County, even western parts of Chatham County, even Effingham County seeing a little bit of a light to moderate rain as we start the day off. Around Hardyville may see a quick little shower over the next 15 to 30 minutes. So you can see that high chance of rain today for all of us will pick up some rain, and especially late morning. And this afternoon will be the greatest threat that we'll see some downpours, even a few rumbles of thunder. Afternoon highs for today, upper 60s to near 70 degrees. And after we get through today, how about some spring-like weather is in that forecast by the end of the work week. Temperatures close to 80, maybe on Friday and Saturday. I'll detail that for you coming up in less than 10 minutes.
All right, we're going to head outside for a live look at traffic. We are at Highway 21 at Gulfstream Road in Port Wentworth. Very big commuter area, and as we can see, it looks like everything is moving right along. Breaking overnight, a deadly plane crash in Statesboro. We have a crew live there right now near Jones Mill Road waiting for federal investigators to arrive. This is as close to the site as Bullitt County deputies will let us get. The Federal Aviation Administration tells us a single-engine plane went down. We want to show you a map of that area. You can see it is just a few minutes away from Splash in the Burrow Water Park and Veterans Memorial Parkway. And take a look at these new photos we got from viewers overnight. They show the scattered remains of that plane. Here's what we know right now. The Bullitt County coroner tells us one person was killed. The FAA tells us the only person on board was the pilot. They say the plane left from the Statesboro Bullitt County Airport and crashed around 9:30. In just hours, the FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are set to arrive. Breaking right now out of Texas, a mall shooting suspect manhunt is underway. Police are searching for this suspect they say caused chaos inside the Killeen Mall and left one person hurt. They shared these images just hours ago, hoping someone can identify him.
We do know for sure that there was at least one person that was shooting, and we do not have that male, that white male, 6 feet tall with a beanie and a hoodie. He is not in custody, and we don't know where he's at.
Authorities say a victim was airlifted to a local hospital and is stable.
This was insanity. The screams of "I can't breathe" are all too reminding of what we heard with George Floyd.
All new this morning, caught on camera, a Georgia Dollar General worker pinning another man on the ground waiting for police to arrive. Now his attorneys are blaming the store where it happened and taking legal action. Haley Mason has more on the lawsuit.
Avery, Okay. I ain't got too much, man.
This is video of Michael King yelling, "I can't breathe," as a man who worked for Dollar General detained him for allegedly trying to shoplift about $46 worth of household items.
Stop resisting me. Stop resisting.
The incident went on for 9 minutes as the manager watched. It happened at a store in Albany, Georgia.
You also see another employee who we believe was the acting manager walk right by, keep looking, didn't order Mr. Harvey off of Mr. King, and allowed this to happen, which is why this is Dollar General's entire fault.
And this is the result. Today, King's attorney L. Chris Stewart announced a lawsuit for negligence for King's injuries. They say he was sent to the hospital and put on life support.
He had to be sedated, and he was on a ventilator for 9 days. He suffered collapsed lungs and a punctured lung. He had a liver injury.
This was insanity. The screams of "I can't breathe" are all too reminding of what we heard with George Floyd, and it had dire consequences.
The Dollar General's manager is also named in the suit for allegedly closing the doors of the store while it happened.
You can hear the witness describe how the doors were locked to the Dollar General by the manager, not allowing anyone to leave.
The legal team says King still cannot walk after the incident that happened in late October. They're asking Dollar General to withdraw all shoplifting charges against their client.
And Dollar General has not yet responded or commented on the lawsuit. Opening statements are set to start today in the trial for Kim Potter, a former Minneapolis police officer charged in a deadly traffic stop shooting. Kim Potter shot and killed 20-year-old Dante Wright during a traffic stop back in April. The former Brooklyn Center police officer is facing first and second-degree manslaughter in this case. Police call the incident an accidental discharge. We're going to share the body camera footage of the shooting. A warning for you, it is hard to watch. Potter can be heard yelling "taser" before firing her weapon. ABC's Stephanie Ramos will be reporting live from Minneapolis on Good Morning America. You can tune into GMA right after our show this morning, starting at 7 o'clock. Making progress. Congress is now moving forward with 2 bills that have to be passed before lawmakers go into their holiday recess. Aixa Diaz is in Washington with the issues getting the green light. Aixa.
Debt ceiling and defense funding, both of those issues are now heading to the Senate after passing in the House yesterday. In a bipartisan vote, the House passed a $768 billion defense spending bill, approving more funding for the Pentagon than President Biden requested. The House also cleared the way for Congress to raise the debt ceiling. Even though Republicans are not voting with Democrats to pass it, they're not getting in their way to stop it.
I'm optimistic that we will be able to prevent the awful prospect of the U.S. defaulting on its sovereign debt for the first time ever.
Once those 2 issues are passed, Senate Democrats are moving on to the president's social spending package, which they hope to pass before Christmas. In Washington, I'm Aixa Diaz.
Republicans openly oppose the president's social spending bill, but Democrats are able to pass that bill without GOP votes in the Senate. Promising new data on the new COVID-19 variant Omicron, showing it may be less severe than the Delta variant. But ABC's M. Wynn shares a warning from health experts about Omicron's rapid spread.
This morning, COVID-19 cases surging, about 1,100 people dying every day. That's up 57% in just the last week. And children are getting sick too. More than 1,400 American children hospitalized, 37% more than a week ago.
You are going to see increases in cases. We have still substantial numbers of people unvaccinated.
In Los Angeles, as many as 34,000 students have not yet complied with the vaccine mandate in the Los Angeles Unified School District. The Los Angeles Times reports that may not leave enough time for students to get fully vaccinated by the January 10th deadline. This as the Omicron variant spreads across the country, now found in at least 20 states. But some promising news from the World Health Organization. Preliminary data does not indicate Omicron is more severe than the Delta variant. And while it may be highly transmissible, it appears to lead to less severe illnesses.
And we must remember these are still in the form of anecdotal, but hopefully in the next few weeks we'll get a much clearer picture. But it appears that with the cases that are seen, we are not seeing a very severe profile of disease.
The Biden administration faces another blow to its COVID response strategy after a federal judge in Georgia blocked its vaccine mandate for federal contractors. The White House pushing back.
And our implementation sends a clear message to businesses, including federal contractors, that similar measures will protect their workforce, protect their customers, and protect our communities.
With the federal judge's ruling, all 3 of President Biden's vaccine mandates, including one for businesses of more than 100 employees and another for healthcare workers, have been put on hold by the courts. We can expect more legal challenges to come. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
All new this morning, singer Travis Scott is denying all legal liability in the Houston Music Festival tragedy that left 10 people dead. That's according to court documents filed by Scott's attorneys in response to several lawsuits filed against the rapper. More than 140 suits have been filed so far. Most of the claims say Scott and organizers stood to make huge sums of money from the concert. Happening tomorrow, Bob Dole's casket will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol Rotunda. Congressional leaders seek to honor the World War II veteran and former presidential candidate for his 36 years in Congress. Dole died Sunday at the age of 98 after a battle with stage 4 lung cancer.